What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Bed Bath & Beyond. We're not just going to abandon it. We got some things to talk about, obviously. A lot of it's probably being covered somewhere or other, but I just wanted to bring a couple of things out into the attention. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, if you don't mind, hit the like button. I'll get into the information. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so let's be entertained. All right, let's look at the Ortex starting off, estimating at 51.2% of the free float and 35.56 million. So increase again, 100% utilization still. The cost to borrow did go down some, 30.28%. Probably came down because the price honestly came down. You know, they can drive more of a demand for that if the price is where they're really trying to fight it and trying to hold it back. Well, they're going to need those shares. So if they need those shares, supply and demand. But right now, they're probably not too worried about fighting it where it's currently sitting. So it would make sense to me that the cost to borrow average would go down. We'll probably see that increase as it starts pushing their limits again. But what I wanted to bring out, now Cohen, we're still waiting for an update to see what exactly went down. You know, it's kind of out of his element to really screw over people, and he never told anybody to buy Bed Bath & Beyond. Nobody told anybody to buy Bed Bath & Beyond, but they caught on to his position, and he was, you know, talking about Bed Bath & Beyond a lot, which brought eyes to it, so it brought a lot of retail investors into it. But ultimately, was he just making a play or trying to do something? We don't know if it was just a play so that he could make some money. I mean, it's probably not a whole lot of money to him, so I don't see the real reason behind that. But people don't like to lose money either, so maybe he saw a chance to get out with his calls actually turning green with some kind of run like that. Or perhaps he has deeper motives behind it that'll come to light later. I don't know. I wish he would just say something, and say something more than just an icon or an emoji or some sort of cryptic language that nobody really knows and we got to try to figure out. But what's important to know about this whole scenario was whenever it came to light, this is actually Cohen selling. You know, he's in here and he's in here. Now, it didn't say anything about him being this. This is where the news dropped. So what is this pullback? You know, was that fear from retail? Retail really doesn't move markets, not like this. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there could be a lot of retail that got scared whenever they heard that news, but by the time we heard the news, I mean, I was already making a video, and then the news dropped. So somebody was onto this right away. Algorithms, maybe shorts, whatever, you know, jumped in there. So where it fell from, you know, somewhere in the, let's call it $16.50 range, just to be safe. This, I don't really know. I mean, that was not retail fear. That, you know, and do big buyers really care if Cohen's in or not? I don't know. I don't see a reason why they would let that be a reason for them to invest or not invest. But what it did do was just killed a lot of momentum. It brought a lot of fear into the play because I think there's a lot of people that more so want to follow Cohen than actually look at the aspect of the play. And I think we just need that confidence to come back in because as of right now, you know, a lot of the short plays that you guys chase, it has all of the setup there for it. We just need to find where the confidence comes back in and where it bases. Today, it held a really strong base. It was a nice consolidation, and we needed some consolidation. It would have been nice if it wasn't down here, you know, after this news for sure, but it really, everything just needed to cool off, and you got a lot of people that are holding up here. So I mean, some people hate to cut their losses. Some people hate to use stop losses. That's why I say every time, set a stop loss. Make sure you have a trading plan because there's nothing you can do. You know, if that news hits and it triggers, perfect. You were protected. If you didn't have some sort of stop loss in place, you weren't protected. You may not have been sitting there in front of your computer or your phone or whatever you use, and things like this go down. So let it be a learning lesson, I guess, if you don't use stop losses. Like I said, this is a trading channel. It's not a diamond hand channel. It never has been, and it never will be a diamond hand channel. It's a trading channel. That's why I call out channels, I call out trends, and you guys compare whatever I'm saying to your charts or what you're seeing. And all I'm looking for is channels because I trade. I don't hold. Rarely do I hold anything overnight if I'm playing options. I'll hold shares, but that's because I can still control them whenever things like this happen. If you hold options overnight, this kind of stuff just absolutely destroys you. And honestly, it's usually not worth it. Yes, you can miss out on some run-ups and some massive drops, if you don't hold overnight, but is the risk really worth it in the end? I don't think it is. Personally, I don't think it is. I broke my own rules. I held 2 calls for $18 overnight right here, and I couldn't do a thing about it. I was so confident that Max Payne usually plays out that I'm like, it'll hit. So I left them in. They were green whenever market closed, and they were worth a penny today. So that it is what it is. If you break your rules, if you don't follow your own rules, if you don't have a trading plan, you get burned. And I did it. I got burned. It was like $500 or something. That just it's irritating because you make money all these other days and then you just let $500 go to waste. No. So I broke my rule. I lost a little bit of money. I'm sure some of you guys broke your rules and lost a little bit of money. Even in squeeze plates, you don't know where the top is on a squeeze. And while it doesn't look like it because we get the information later than what we would like, run-ups like that are impressive. So that's why I say do not diamond hand. Nobody knows where the top is. Nobody knows where the bottom is. You can make money, take money along the way. Make money, take it, make it, take it, make it, take it, make it, take it, right? Wait for the new setup. That's all there is to it. Trade the channels. This is why it's a trading channel, because I have channels and I watch those channels, and if I'm going to play an option, I will play it in the channel, the direction it's going, and I will bail. I'm not trying to see it run up 1,000%, 2,000, 10,000%. If I get 20, 30% and it starts to change, I will bail out of that thing. Now, I can't tell you how to trade, but it's a trading channel and you want to make that money. You want to take it whenever you have the opportunity. So all of that said, what I still think is here is probably a realistic play. We just have to give it time to see whenever it's going to start getting that volatility back. As of today, I don't think options would have really made you anything. There might have been a couple of pops that you could have scalped a little bit, but you're probably looking for a little bit more volatility than this if you're actively trading. I mean, it had its moments, but I think right now we just need to see if this gap fill is going to fill or if it's going to start making a trend back in the other direction. I do think that there is still hope for the play. I just don't know where it's going to go to, how soon it's going to go there, or when it's going to get there. But, with the short interest that we do have, either they're going to drive it down into the dirt or something good will happen. And only time will tell. Nobody knows exactly. But all in all, for the day, good consolidation day, held this level really nice. I personally would have liked to just see it go ahead and do that gap fill, and then we can move on and we never have to think about it or talk about it again. But as of right now, it's still a realistic thing that's sitting there for us, and we got to think about it. So what we're looking at now is where is it going to base? And then we're going to play basically fibs for now and see what happens in the future whenever we start getting a nice trend. Because right now it looks like it's still kind of wanting to teeter around in this down channel that could be a very real possibility. It can trend its way right on down into this gap fill and then base out if it wants to, or it will continue to consolidate right on through and we'll start seeing it make an uptrend. So that's our two options right now. As of right now, I wouldn't be doing anything until I seen what direction it is going to choose. And from there, we'll just see whenever that volatility comes back into the play. Like I said, I do think it's going to come back. I just don't know when. So we're gonna watch it. We'll talk about it a little bit. We'll wait and see if Cohen ever makes any kind of mention of anything. I don't know. It was too bad that he let go whenever he did, but that's the thing. Apparently he's not a diamond hand, and I don't think anybody else should be either. You see a chance, you capitalize on that chance. So we'll just go from there. Thank you guys for coming back, watching another one. I hope you're still green. I mean, we started talking about it at $8. Maybe you're sitting right around your red green level right now if you're playing shares. If you held calls overnight, we all got burned together. So let's see how it goes from here. I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll do an update if we see any kind of news pop out or Cohen says anything, and then we'll just carry on accordingly. But as of right now, looks like a nice base. Good start over point. It's still still holding up right here where all of the madness really kicked off. So still has my interest, just need to see it move. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming back. If you want, you can drop a like or leave a comment, and you can always subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the updates. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.